Welcome back. This is the Well I Am podcast. My name is Kerry Miller, and I'm very excited today to have KZN's #1 lifeguard. So we have claimed Ntembeni Mkhize, MJ. Yay! Welcome, MJ.
Hi. Good morning.
How are you feeling? Are you good?
I'm feeling.
You're literally like a fish out of water right now.
Actually, I did go for a swim before I came here.
Just to calm down.
Yeah, just to calm down. I'm just feeling a bit nervous.
So, MJ, the reason we've got you here today is that the Well I Am podcast is all about wellness, but wellness obviously is to do with mental, physical, emotional, all the things. And you are one of the instructors and examiners for the lifeguards in KZN. I don't know if you go anywhere else and instruct and do examining as well. But the first time I met you, I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I want to talk to you about, but everything from being a brown man lifeguard, how do we get there, to some of the things that you've experienced as a lifeguard, and just to the fact that some people I don't think understand actually really what a lifeguard does and entails and how hectic it is as a job. So let's just begin with you. Where did you come from? Where did you grow up?
Yeah. Kerry, thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, you're so cute.
Thank you for the opportunity.
You're being so good.
But first, can I start say this, that I'm actually very honored, to be sitting here and being interviewed by you, the person that I used to listen to when I was growing up,
When you were growing up?
Yeah, when I was growing up or something. But anyway, I used to listen to you, and I can't believe that I'm sitting here with you today, and I get to interact with you, face to face. So I'm truly honored. Lifeguarding. Jeez, I don't know where to start.
Well, first of all, are you a KZN boy born and bred?
Yes, I'm original from Port Shepstone.
Okay.
I'm a guy from Port Shepstone, the place called Izocha.
Okay.
Izocha, Nyande Zulu, but there's a lot of names, but my actual area where I come from, we call it Nsangweni. In English, it's Zol. Nzangu.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we used to, they used to grow a lot of Zol in that area. So
excellent,
it's
eh? All right. Izocha poison.
Izocha poison, so I grew up there, and my early years of lifesaving started there as well, before I could move to Durban.
So what pulled you to lifesaving? When did you start swimming? Because you're good. You're really good.
Actually, I wasn't that good when I started this whole lifesaving thing. I think I just grew with it.
Yeah.
So what happened was, I've got my cousin. In our culture, another Mkhize is a brother.
Yeah, okay, for sure.
But I know that in your guys, cousin is cousin. For us, it's just family.
Yes.
So my cousin named Shadrach Mkhize, he's well known. He was one of the first, I would say, African or black lifeguard, if I may use that, but the first African lifeguard down Port Shepstone. He used to, he was telling us a story that he used to tell us a little story on those times of, I would say, apartheid or something.
Yeah.
That how we used to work and blah, 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 blah. So I got interested in his story. And then I sort of, hey, you know what? I actually want to do this thing of lifeguarding. I want to save people's life. But at that time, let me not forget that I was a beach vendor. I was selling, those people on the beach. That's how.
You were a beach vendor?
Yes, I used to sell those, it's nice, madam, it's nice, madam.
No.
We were selling my flip-flops, caps, and what and whatnot. So I think being on the beach and seeing the surfers and seeing guys out there on the board, and knowing that my cousin is the top lifeguard.
Wow.
So I sort of got an interest into this. Then I started speaking to him and finding out, hey, how can I do this? But I'm scared of the water, because when I grew up, we used to be told that you don't go anywhere near the ocean, it will take you.
Yeah.
You put your feet in there, and then you feel the sand start digging, and you run.
Yeah.
You run back. So he kind of took me on baby steps, and I remember the first backline. When I was at backline, he took me on his kneeboard.
Yeah.
He put me in the front. I was like a small boy. He took me out there, and first time backline, I was so scared. I was like, okay, this is the end of MJ. This is the end of me here. If I fall, I'm dead. So it turns out, he said, relax, we caught a wave in. And I think that's where it just started.
It just hit you like that.
Then from there, I couldn't start my day job, which was a vendor, before.
Without having a swim
first, yeah. And then I think
how long ago was this?
This is early to 1999, 2000.
Sure, it's like 24 years ago.
Yes, because I got qualified 2002.
Sure.
It was my, I've got what we call the SPA, which is a Surf Proficiency Award, not the LA. The LA is a lifeguard award, which is a newer version of lifeguarding.
The SPA.
So there's a bit of a difference in there. So the guys that the one at that time, there's a different, but we'll get to that later. So that's how I just got into this thing, and then I just grabbed it, and I never let go until now.
Well, because this is with your movies and series like Baywatch, and with other things like that, it's and beside it always seemingly to be quite a white sport. I mean, I've still never seen an Indian lifeguard, but I mean, now I think majority of our municipality lifeguards are African men. I don't even see that many women, to be fair. I think we've got like one lady at Umhlanga.
We have two currently. There's, we've got one at Bronze, Osu Ellen Martin, and we have one at Main Beach, Nontobeko Challenge.
Yes.
So there's two working under.
So, I mean, it came from a time when a lifeguard was a very, this beautiful thing, and you're super cool, and the waves are really nice and gentle. But the thing is that people don't get into trouble necessarily when it's a very calm day. It's usually a very hectic day. And I know that you were telling me some of the stories, and I mean, I don't know how much we can talk about, but I know you used to do a lot of work from the helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so tell me, how did you get into to working on the helicopter? And because you were the man that would drop down for the rescues, correct? True. So tell me, what did you have to do to be able to be that person, the lifeguard that gets dropped from a helicopter? And are there any stories you can tell us about some of those rescues?
Yes. There's a lot. I would start first, argue your first statement that people get into difficult on there, rough days and flat, nice days. No, it's vice versa, Kerry. You'll be surprised. For some reason, I think people know that, okay, today is rough. I'm not going to try and venture far out or do whatever. There's less rescues on a rough day than on a flat, calm day. Let me put it that way. Very strange. Because on a calm
people
day...
People are more confident.
See, like, we took a swim the other day, you and I. We went backline.
Yeah.
That was a calm day, but anything there could have happened, So people take a calm day for granted, and then not knowing that, there could be danger there and there. If you don't have understanding of the ocean, you will see it calm, but the calmer it is, it's more dangerous it is, So you got to know the ribs and what and what not, So anyway, we do more rescues when it's calm than when it's rough. For some reason, I think people know that it's rough, so I'm gonna behave.
Yeah.
When it's calmer, I'm not gonna behave. I'm gonna do whatever. Then things happen.
So I know I asked you about the helicopter, but let's just pull back for a second. Okay. When you're at the beach, calm down or calm down, what are the majority of the issues that you have at the beach? Like when you have people, is it fighting? Is it drinking? Is it surfers? Is it swimmers? Is it children? Like what are the majority of your rescues to do with?
That's pretty much everything, Kerry, to be honest with you. Mostly bathers that comes, I would say, from inland or that are not familiar with the aquatic environment.
Okay.
As soon as they see a calm conditions.
They treat it like a swimming pool.
Yeah, they treat it like a swimming pool. Then they start bringing all these flotations. Like they'll bring those inflated balloons. Those inflated, what you call
like
it.
those lalos.
Yes, or unicorn. And then they start pelling them out. And then they realize that, hey, I'm actually in a rip here. Because remember, Kerry, when the wave forms, that amount of, even if there's no wave, the surging wave, there's a wave that's not break, but it's still coming. All that water that's coming in, it needs to somehow to go back out to sea. It doesn't come all the way and cruise all the way inland. No.
Yeah.
So for every wave, it needs to go back. So it try and find a channel. There's always a channel. There's always a side wash to a rip. Flat day, you can hardly see that. You can only see it if you know, and you see, like for instance, you can, like you look for any floating debris.
Yeah.
Anything that floats out, you can actually
watch
see.
Watch the debris to see where it's going.
To see where it's going. Sometimes you can hardly visualize it with your own eyes, but once you're there, you feel like, hey, you know what? I've been swimming trying to go to show you, but I can't because it's just moving very slowly, very calmly. So that's a problem that we normally face.
If you are
bring things and just
in a rip, so let's say I'm swimming. I'm stuck in the rip. What is the correct thing to do to get out of it?
The correct thing is, the first thing first is try not to panic, because once you start panicking, that's where you start, getting all over. And so first thing first, don't panic. Okay. If you know that you're not fit enough to swim in on your own, don't be shy to wave your hand for a lifeguard.
So now how do we wave for a lifeguard? What would you respond to? Because what if I'm just going like, hey, Mark, come play with me in the water. How do you know that that's not me going, help me, please, MJ?
Funny enough that you asked. What happened is we get lots of false alarm, like people wave and you go like, no, I'm just waving at my husband or my brother or whatever.
Okay.
But believe me, when you are a professional lifeguard that's been on the beach for years, you can see a wave of a friend and a wave of help me.
Okay.
People have this tendency of they're scared to ask for help.
They're embarrassed.
They're embarrassed.
Yeah.
They're scared to ask. I will tell you why. They're scared to ask for help. And then when they wave, it's when like they say, this is done, I'm going down. Then we go. But as a professional lifeguard that is experienced on the beach, I'm sure you've sat on the beach, next thing you see a lifeguard running, nothing going on, no one is screaming. Just check a lifeguard sprinting. Take a boat, boom. Next thing is bringing someone in. It's because we have that
passive drowning awareness.
So we have that skill, and just to scan the area. It's called scanning, because a motto of life saving is being vigilant in service. So we are vigilant at all times. Very important for lifeguard to be vigilant and scan the area, at all times, because then that's where you start picking up things like that.
And I know we'll get to the helicopter because there's one story specifically that you told me about a great white shark. But when you're saying now you used to now looking for people with help, and I know that it was just recently you lost someone on one of the other beaches, someone that went to help a friend, and the friend actually ended up coming back into safety.
Oh, yes, yeah,
and then this person unfortunately didn't make it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
This is something that as a civilian, if we had to see someone pass away, or we had to be involved in a situation where someone was needing help, it's something that's quite traumatic and something that you remember for a while. I know that you actually have to go up and down the beach and into the water and do body scans and body searches. I don't want to say the novelty, because that's a really horrible way to put it, but losing a patient, someone dying, is that a normal day for you? Do you still get PTSD from that? Or is it like what? Last month you were giving mouth to mouth or CPR to someone who died on your watch. I know it's not your fault, but is it just part of your day now?
Oh, yeah. Thank you that you asked that question. I think people need to know this. I want to start with saying that people think that lifeguarding is only just those guys you see on the beach on speedos and flirting at chicks and what and blowing the whistle, irritating, blah, blah, blah. There is more to it than just that people don't know about us. There is body recovery. Civilians know that body recovery is search and rescue. Call search and rescue. We call them, yes, we work hand in hand with all the emergency services, SABs, Metro, what, but body recovery, it's also part of lifeguarding. It's not listed on our JD, but it's just something that's there. I cannot stand on the beach as a lifeguard while your relative, whoever it's out there, floating face down and said, I'm not going to go there because they're red, or maybe under. So we do body recovery a lot, and we do search and rescue. Yes, I have been involved in a number of, I've lost count. I think in my experience or in my life as a lifeguard, I've done at least, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, 10, 15 real CPR. And I've lost someone on my hand. I've brought someone back to life. The one you just referred to, the one at Mdloti. I was working at Mhlanga, and then I was just doing my routine patrols, just going beach by beach. I received a call from one of the lifeguards saying, hey, we're doing a search. People came running. See, that's another thing, Kerry. Sorry, let me just jump into this. I prefer a rescue that happens here and I'm running, I'm going, than getting someone running to you saying someone just went...
Disappeared.
Disappeared. Because that becomes a search now and rescue. And then that person... Okay, when a body is still fresh, that person keeps coming up and down with the waves.
So whether they're alive or dead, they'll still be at the surface.
They'll be they'll now and then they'll surface and go down. Because remember now, when you can't swim obviously you're struggling. You want to try almost to keep your head up. So you'll be like up and down.
Yeah.
Then as a lifeguard, that's the fear.
And then there's
like,
still oxygen in the body as well.
Yes. So you're still floating a bit, yeah. So with that guy, they said, MJ, please hurry. We're doing a search.
So he's gone under already.
He's gone under. But when I go there, lucky those lifeguards did a very good job at Mkhize. They managed to secure the body. Well, when we got there, as lifeguard, we're not allowed to declare a person dead. I'm sorry, deceased. So we have to still call a paramedic, and we have to continue with trying to resuscitate the person.
So until they are declared dead by someone
more advanced. So that's what we did. As soon as we brought that guy back,
even though you knew he was deceased already.
Yeah, you can just see, like, okay, this is it. But anyway, you're going to have to, because the public is there. And nowadays, there's these cell phones and people are crazy. They'll videoize everything.
Is it not illegal to not...
It is illegal, but they've got nice phones now with long zoom. They'll stand
so
there.
People come and take videos of that stuff.
Take videos, yeah. Next thing you see, you all over social medias and what. So it also affects the way you do things, because then you do a mistake, they easily
and then that's on the social media. And if you don't get to the person while they're still floating up and down, and then they
go down.
Then they go down. Isn't there like a few days before the body comes up again?
It depends. Yeah, it takes at least, I'm starting to be corrected, 3 to 4 days, then it comes up. I remember that there was, I would say, a gentleman, an Indian gentleman that went missing at Umhlanga, but he swam after hours though. He didn't swim during working hours.
Okay.
We make sure, in my time there, I've never had a drowning on my watch.
Well done, MJ.
So it's
a big deal, hey, really.
Before, yeah. So it's either before or after. So he went swimming I think it was around 7 p.m. because I received a call from one of the restaurant owners there saying, MJ, someone is just disappeared. But unfortunately, I live in Newland, which is another 30 kilometers from here. There was nothing much that I could do, but I had to call friends that are close by to just go and investigate. Up until today, we haven't...
You haven't recovered him?
No. That I can say, we haven't recovered him.
And I know that we're speaking about actual humans that have got families, and with respect to all of that, I just want to speak about it now as a victim or a body. Does our marine life, does it feed off these bodies? Do you end up having sharks and that kind of thing? Do you pull out bodies that have been mutilated or eaten or?
It's very strange, again, I must say. It's two ways, Kerry. You get a person that's been missing for 3 days and they get washed up, still intact, everything's still there. You're like, how? This body's been out at sea for 3 days and not even a limb is missing. And then sometimes we recover a body that is half.
Okay.
Yeah. I have recovered half body. If I may share also the recent story.
Please share.
There's family involved in this, so I'm not trying to be as...
But we're being respectful of... we're not speaking about it as the person that... We're speaking about it as a situation and what a lifeguard has to deal with. So you were called, or how did you see the body floating, or what happened?
This was a traumatic one for me, because I was at the beach, just in my lifeguard tower, just minding our own thing. Then something said to me, hey, just go for patrol, take your 4x4, just drive on the beach. I just took a car on the beach, I turned and I was heading Granny's Pool side. Then on my left, just when I look, I just saw something like a doll, like a baby doll. Just like, okay, what's that? But then my mind registered that, nah, it's not. Because the eyes, you see now, looking at you, I know this is human being. Put a doll this side, I look at the eyes, I know these are not real eyes. So I look, I'm like, no, man, something caught me there. I turn around, it's on the beach, on the sand, right?
On the sand, not in the water.
It's been washed up. Oh. So then I turn. The lifeguards are still there on the lifeguard tower.
Yeah.
So I turn around, I got off my car, and I look. I'm like, it's a. I would say it's a baby, not a baby. It's a child, because she was 6. Yeah. When we found out later, she was 6. She was in half. Let me just put it that way, because she was in half. Like
a body dumped or a body bitten?
Where I'm putting my hand now.
Yeah?
This was the only thing that's there. This arm was gone. The whole lower body was gone. It was only this.
Yeah.
Yes. But her shirt was covered. I mean, her
Over
shirt
her
covered
head.
her face. She was overhead, which I say thank God that was like that, because it was going to be more traumatic for me, you know. And then I started calling my lifeguard to come and assist. We just put a place blanket. We call search and rescue, and at the moment, we thought it was a shark victim.
Yeah, okay.
That's what we thought, shark victim, blah, 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 blah. But then when the forensic came and did their job, etc., then they found out that no, it was that the child was used for
muti.
For muti, yeah.
Stop it.
It wasn't there was no shark bite at all. It was all chopped. So that's where it got to me. And I was like, And the family came down, Shem, and it happened. The family is the Mkhize family.
Stop.
Yeah, so they came down to thank me us for finding their child. Apparently, it's been missing for 4 days. She went to school and etc. But yeah, so we get things. There are things like that, and people that don't know about us. So they came down, changed with thanks, and then they even invited me to come and speak at the funeral. But unfortunately, I had to go to Richards Bay for something else.
That is intense.
It was.
And like suicides and stuff like that. Do we? I mean, is that a hearsay? You sometimes hear people say, "Oh, I'm going to walk into the ocean." I mean, is that something you find happening at all?
It happens. Jeez, I've got a lot of stories to share. Yeah. There was one again. I'll say Indian guy. There was an Indian guy that committed suicide. This is early last year, if I'm not mistaken. There by beach bums.
North Coast
North Coast by beach bums there.
Yeah.
Yes. He left his car on the parking lot and he went and drowned himself. So the search was called off because it was dark. We had to commence the next day. And then in the morning, the joggers spotted something out at sea. Then they obviously activated emergencies. And I was activated to launch. I'm a jet ski driver, so I drive up and down sometimes for patrol. So I was activated from Umhlanga. So I took my jet ski from Umhlanga, gear up, solo, all the way to Westbrook.
Did you know what you were going to possibly see?
Not really.
Okay.
I just thought, it's probably like we get lots of false alarm again, like the rubbish bag, it's been taken out.
For sure, it looks like something.
From a distance, it looks like something, So like, it's just, and sometimes you pick it up and show them it's nothing, because there's all these people there with those long binoculars. Like, yeah. So when I got there, geez, I got a shock of my life, and it goes back to the question you asked me, where is it normal to us for like to recover dead bodies and all that? Which is, I think, I don't know. Can you be immune to a feeling? Can you?
I don't know.
I don't feel anything now. Not that I'm saying in a bad way, but it just became part of the job. Like I would deal with the body, and I would take my chow and eat. I don't know if that's normal, but that's how I am.
That's normal.
I know that's how I am now. To me, it's like, okay, I've just done my job. Make sure that I do everything right, and then I carry on with my daily life.
Okay, so you're on the jet ski. You're going to possibly a false alarm. You're probably being watched with all the cameras, so make sure you're doing it all right.
So I'm going there, and then from a distance, I could just see like, okay, there is someone in the water. The head is in the not sitting or standing. It's in an upright position like this.
Okay, but that's alive then, isn't it?
Listen to this now. So that's where it got freaky. I was like, ah. So I'm driving there, I'm seeing this, so I thought, okay, there's a diver in the water, and he's watching me.
Okay.
So probably he's searching for what I'm here for.
Okay.
So I'm starting talking to him, hey, buddy,
do
you see anything? And so he's not replying. I'm going closer to him. I go closer to him. It's this guy that I'm looking for.
How's he floating, though?
Listen, what he did, well, at the time, I didn't know what happened, but let me just, come up with it. So I got there. This guy, he's got his eyes open like this. The eyes are open, not closed.
Isn't it true? Is it true that when there's a dead body, the eyes watch you? Because they just focus. It's like a painting that if you go left and right, it just looks like it's looking at you.
Yes, like that, because it sees in that one position. As you said, like a picture, it looks like it's watching. So that was a moment with me. So I go there, this dog is just like this. So I'm like, whoa, Kazi. And I could see that, okay, he's gone.
He's dead, yeah.
Because then his face was swollen, and I'm like, oof, this guy. To get that energy, I don't know what to call it, just to get that, because I was scared now.
Of course you're nervous,
so, yeah. I'm nervous. So I started talking to him. I don't know what I was saying. I said, hey, Khan, stop looking at me. I'm here to fetch you. I've started talking to him. And I was actually very nervous because our eye contact, that what got to me. I said, I'm here to get you, okay? So you relax and you behave. Yeah, I'm approaching him, and then I said, nah, man, let me not approach this guy like this. Let me approach him from the
behind,
back, from behind. So I drove my jet ski, went from behind. I'm talking here. I'm trying to talk to him so that I can just get this thing up. So I'm trying now to lift him, to put him on the sled, the jet ski, that mat at the back. We call it the sled.
But how are you picking up the body? How do you pick up a body?
Mm-hmm. I'm coming to that. So I want to put him onto a sled so I can strap him, and then I can drive to Westbrook. So now I'm trying. I'm putting this up, pulling him. It's heavy. So I'm like, what am I dealing with here? Less I knew that he drowned himself by wearing one of those, I don't know if it's rugby, like those long socks.
Oh, like the high socks?
Yeah, high socks, and he stuffed them with sand.
Oh, so that's why he's like, he's so buoyant at the top, and he's basically anchored.
He stuffed them with sand, and he's got the fishing, the dive belt. So the try was heavy, and the try was upright. So his body is bolted, then it works as a buoy.
Yes.
But then the socks and the belt is like anchor, so he's doing this. So to me, when I approached, he looked like he was doing this. That's why I said, it's a diver, and I started talking to him. You know what? It was the dead body.
So did you have to get into the water?
That's where now it got, yes, I jumped in, grabbed him by his pants, because he was fully clothed. I grabbed him. I'm talking, I don't know what I was saying. I can't hear what I was saying. I just remember saying, hey, you don't look at me like that. I'm here to get you. Behave. That's the only thing I remember. The rest, I don't know what I was saying to you. I jumped in there. You see, we put ourselves at risk for others.
Yes.
Because for me, jumping in the water there, one might say, hey, that was stupid. Actually, it was stupid.
Because of the sharks or?
Yes. Because he's been there. Anything could have feeded from him. I don't know. Or, so it would have. So I jumped in there, got him there. I just wanted to get my job done, Put him there, strapped him.
And everything was still together?
Yeah, everything was still together.
Okay.
Then I drove off to Westbrook and dropped him there. But then after that, I remember I had my apple here.
Your apple? No, what MJ? There with his apple.
I just chatted. But yeah, and then after that, it was work as normal for me. I went back
because you know what? And again, I really want to get to your story with the great white. But especially in South Africa, we have our emergency workers who are not necessarily in the greatest shape. And I don't want to put down anyone in particular, but there's a lot of our emergency services, like SAPS. Sorry, police service, but I must say I've seen a lot of very, very overweight policemen and women. And I think, are they going to be able to run after and do something? Are they just gun wielding? I'm not even sure. Beside the police service though, our lifeguards, you guys can't be unfit. You can't have was it Ikamba? What's a big tummy called?
Umkaba.
You can't do that because you have to be able to run. You have to be able to do your swimming. Do you guys swim and train and run every single day? Or do you let it slip a little bit? You know what I mean? Anything? Are you wellness and fitness wise?
Okay. It is a responsibility of every lifeguard to keep fit. And when you keep yourself fit, you're not only just doing it for your look, your body, or what. You're also doing it that you want to earn the people's trust, just in case. Of course. You're running in for a rescue, and you know that you're unfit, and then you fail to perform a rescue. Then you feel bad about yourself. And obviously,
but also someone's lost a loved one because you couldn't make the run.
Yes, so it is a responsibility of every lifeguard to train themselves. However, if you work for, any organization that hires lifeguards, they always have what you call the quarterly fitness test.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's for a year that they test their lifeguard to see that they still have that fitness level that is required by the employer. So, yeah.
Because I've seen you with your guys. And they run that park run and they smash it. You guys are really phenomenal. And that's why I'm so excited that we got to speak to you today, because I don't think that people give lifeguards enough credit. And it's still kind of seen as a fun volunteer side job, but it's a very hectic thing. I mean, I know you guys have done baby recoveries. I mean, even just that story you told about that man. Now, this is hectic stuff. And often you're not greeted with that much love from us, because you're blowing whistles, telling us where to swim, all these things. If someone has gone on holiday and there is a beach, and the beach does not have lifeguards, and I know that legally we need to swim in between the red and yellow flags, but my whole family's gone on holiday, it's wherever the coast is, there's no lifeguard. How do I choose a safe place to swim?
That's a good one. The safest place to swim is always where there's lifeguards. I don't want to encourage bathing in non-protected area or non-guarded area by lifeguards.
Okay.
Because that would be totally against, the life-saving ethic. However, should you be stupid enough, I'm going to say that, and you go for a swim, I'm going to go back to what I've said earlier.
The debris, the rip.
Look for, just take a moment, stand on the beach, scan the area very well. If you see less wave breaking, you must know that is a rip.
Less waves breaking means that's a rip.
That's a
Stay
rip. That
out
means
of that.
It's deep there.
Got you.
Because then the wave break, where the waves are breaking, it's because it's shallow there. It's either the sandbank or it's shallow, and there's more water pushing you towards the shore than taking you back out to sea.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so you always go where the waves are. When there's no waves, don't even try. That means that's silence rip.
And those little rock pools safe, not safe?
I would say rock pools are safe because obviously they're like tidal pools.
Yeah.
And then at least if anything happens, there's no rip there. It's like right there. But when it's high tide, then they're dangerous.
High tide dangerous. Okay.
They're dangerous at high tide because it fills up, and sometimes when it drains, it will drain.
Drain you out as well.
Drain you out as well.
And
so it's better at low tide.
I know we have maybe like 5 minutes left, so 2 more questions. You are a good Zulu man. Do you eat like a good Zulu man? Or as a lifeguard, are you like rice and chicken breasts and broccoli? Or are you like putu and red meat and yama and that's it, and that's how you keep healthy? Or I mean, do you take a supplement? I know I'm going to get you some of our collagen and stuff. Definitely, I want you to try it. You'll love it. But I mean, do you eat like a Zulu man eats, if you know what I mean?
I eat like how the Zulu men eat.
Okay, good man.
I don't have a diet. I would like to go to diet, but I don't have a diet. I think I'm gonna speak to you after this show. Maybe you can give me some tips. Look at you look good.
I'm sorry.
I eat whatever that I can. I mean, remember, I'm a married man to an African lady, and she cooks. Yeah. And after work, I must make sure that I get home and I eat whatever's there. If I don't eat, then she's going to ask me like, did you see a carrot? What? Did you see? Yeah. So I eat anything that's there.
Okay.
But then I make sure that I exercise.
Okay.
Every day. I make it a routine that at least a day I must do something.
All right.
To press up, run, swim. That's how I keep myself fit. But what keeps me fit more is paddling. I'm a safe ski paddler.
Yes.
So I do a lot of safe ski paddling. Like I will, on my normal day, when I feel like, hey, you know what? I just take my ski, I go to Mhlanga, and I go beach at Oshaka. The car fetch me there. That's like...
No way, for real?
Yeah. When it's nice wind, for downwind, it's amazing.
Okay, and before I let you go, this is the story I was worried because you told me a story ages ago.
Yes.
It was Scottsboro, I think, or South Coast somewhere. And you were part of the rescue team that was working from the helicopter.
Yes.
And you were doing and I'm just trying to run so we can find the good part because I know we're running out of time. But you were doing a show rescue, so a demonstration to show how amazing the stuff is that you do. Because first of all, you were doing rescues from a helicopter, which is insane. You could drop down into the ocean to go and collect your patient. If you come back and you're hanging from a helicopter, so now you're going to show the people on the beach this incredible feat. So off you go. You get dropped down into the ocean to go and collect your person.
There's actually 2 stories that I told you. So you want the one where I picked up the body or the one with the shark?
Yeah, no, the shark one.
The shark one, okay.
Yeah.
The shark one was at Shelly Beach.
Yeah.
I think it was opening day for NSRI. So we had to... At the time, I was working with Netcare. It was Lifeguard Services, Netcare, NSRI, and then obviously the chopper crew. The pilot. Should I call? So there's 4 of us: the pilot, the Netcare, and it's rather than a lifeguard. Lifeguard is a jumper. That was me.
Okay.
So we fly with your sliding door open. So anything that's there, they tap you, go, you jump.
No.
I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was actually fun. So on this open day, Kerry, so we had to do a demonstration whereby they drop me and pick me up, just say, this is how we get dropped and blah, blah. So our first drop was by the shark net. So they dropped me there by the shark net. They pick me up, okay. So when they drop you, and then they do like I don't know what you call it, but they just
like a fly around,
like a fly around, and then come back and they release the rope.
And then you connect yourself.
To connect yourself, then they lift you up, then they bring you. So we did the first one, was fun, but the shark net's good. But by the way, there's no shark net at Shady Beach. It's a ski board launch site, which was very stupid for me to agree to that.
Okay.
Ski board launch site, that's where they catch the fish and they chop them. So
it's chumming, basically.
It's pretty much a feeding zone for sharks. I don't know why I was feeding myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the first one was fun. The second one, just before backland, they dropped me. And they didn't do the fly around. They dropped me, and as soon as they were doing the flying around, they did this funny maneuver, like back to me. They dropped the thing, and
so your thing comes down, your harness,
They didn't even lower it down. They just like drop it, like wow, on me. That thing can hurt you because those
carabiners.
I'm like, hey, so I was like, what's up, dude? They didn't care. Before I could even hook myself properly, they lifted me up. So that thing, you must make sure that it's here.
Yes.
The harness. So once they're here, you're going to be hanging like this the whole time, and you can easily slip off.
Yeah.
So then I was hanging like this, and they just picked me up.
And you're probably like, no, I'm not ready.
Yes. So they sign, you give them this, that I'm fine, lift me up. The signal. I didn't even give them a signal. They started pulling me up. Hey, now I'm angry. So they pull me up this time all the way. The drill was, we'll pick you up, we go, then we release you. Like that. So this time they pick me up all the way to shore. They went to the helipad. Then they dropped me there. Hey, now I'm furious. I'm angry. Like, why would they do that, And then they pulled me all the way past the rocks. I could have slipped off and what. So the guy came to me and said, don't be angry. Don't be angry. We saved your life. I'm like, how? Said, hey, Kazi, when we dropped you, when we took that front, they said plus or minus 6 meters, that thing was heading direct your way.
Oh, this is a great one.
They said just when we dropped you, it was coming your way. So we had to pick you up. We saw it. I was like, thank you. So,
life before limb, life over limb. Life over limb.
So I would have fallen there, break an arm or something, but they saved me. I would have been charged. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, we're so glad you're alive.
Thank you.
And MJ, if someone wants to do their life-saving course, they can contact you. They can come to Mhlanga Beach and they can join the course.
I'm a member from Mhlanga Rocks Safe Lifesaving Club. I'm an instructor there. Yes, we do train a lot of lifeguards. I've got at least, because I think I must have produced about 200 or 300 lifeguards since I started, because I started while I was still in Port Shepstone. But I'm now sign up with Mhlanga Rocks Safe Lifesaving. And
and I know it's internationally recognized. You can go and work overseas. You can go make some good bucks overseas without having to clean someone's yacht toilet.
Exactly. I've got a lot of lifeguards that are working on the Caribbean and they're working on cruise ship and all that. I'm doing a lot of referencing lately, and the guys overseas like, hey, MJ, listen, I've got a job here at this blah blah. They want a reference. I'll put your number, your email. I've been very busy with referencing overseas.
Listen, I've taken up so much of your time. Thank you so much for coming and talking to us. You are amazing, and thank you for saving lives, literally. And I don't know if enough people tell you guys all, and please tell your team as well. We're very grateful for that you put your lives on the line for us.
Yeah,
thank you, MJ.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But lastly, what I can say, if we still have time, is that people must just be safe around beaches, and also make sure that they don't send the minors, the kids alone.
Yeah.
Make sure that you know where the kids are at all times. If the kid's going to go to the beach, they must be accompanied by an adult.
Yeah.
And also, that adult must see where the lifeguards are and ask. It wouldn't hurt to ask, say, hey, lifeguard, listen, we're on the beach. What are the do's and don'ts? Or where can we swim? We gladly assist.
Perfect. Yes. Thank you so much, MJ.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the While I Am podcast. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please like it, share it, and subscribe. If you have any comments, comment below. We will get back to each and every one of you. And if you would like to know more about us or you want to get some product, whileiam.co.za.